Hello everyone, and today I'm gonna hello everyone, and today I'm gonna review the horror movie The Ring because I watched it and it's Halloween tomorrow. So and my sister's here too. So say hello.
Hello.
So yeah, we are gonna review The Ring. So the plot of the story is that well, it starts off where you see this guy and he's like he tells his girlfriend about this movie he watched, and it's really scary. Um. So yeah. And then he's like, you must watch it. Then he walks into another room and he's like really scared. Then someone calls him and he's like, you made it. She watched it. Ha ha ha. You're gonna tell her. But then it turns out she didn't watch it. Then it starts like she dies basically. Because it's this movie and if you watch it, you have a week to live. But then we see a boy named Aiden and his mother Rachel having some fun, I guess. And it's a slow start with some first 20 minutes. Nothing really happens in it.
I won't say that. It's not 20 minutes. Maybe it's 7.
Yeah.
Rachel and Aiden moved away from some place because of this movie.
Yeah.
That apparently haunts people. And she's a journalist.
Yeah.
And as soon as she finds out that he died mysteriously,
she investigates, and then she walks over to the place where he died, the guy in the opening, the pre-title sequence, I guess. And then she basically sees his body, his dead body, where he like screams and stuff, and then she burns the tape, the tape, the haunted tape, and then basically Aiden gets possessed by this dead girl
who's in the video.
Yeah. She's the thing in the picture you can see in this video. And then basically, it's just basically about him being possessed, and then some really weird stuff happens, like there's some deers or something that want to kill them, or reindeers or something. Yeah, and they want to like kill them, and then he gets to a hospital because he's really cold apparently, and he takes some pictures. Like where he's like looks at a mirror where the girl is like in the background of the mirror, and then he gets to like this hospital because he's sick. Well, first he gets to like one of their friends, go to one of their friends' house, and then he's like, you have to go into the shower or bath or whatever.
And he's afraid of it.
Yeah, because he's afraid of water. Apparently.
Suddenly.
Yeah. And then like it's like water starts like coming out of the room where he's in his bath, and then well, then it turns out it's because the girl is like, he's been possessed and stuff. Then he starts calling Rachel mother. He didn't call her mummy or mother or something like that before, or mom. He just called her Rachel, and like there was a line where she's like, "Oh, you can call me mother" or something like that, and he's like, I prefer Rachel, that's better because your personality is more like a Rachel or something. Then it turns out he's haunted, and then there's this like doctor at the hospital that's like, have you mother hurt you or anything? And then he makes her kill herself, and then they go home, and then there's a lot of endings. There's like,
oh, we have to say something first. While this is happening, and while that psychiatrist lady made Rachel go away from the hospital because she thinks she abused her son because he has hypothermia and bruises all over his body, she discovers the story about how this girl died.
Yeah, and she visits Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel does, and she visits the adoption agency of this girl and the house that her parents lived in, and the clinic where she was born.
Yeah.
And her mother, her birth mother,
wanted to kill her.
Who wanted to drown her.
Yeah.
And then she returns to the house and meet her boy who is possessed.
Yeah, her son. And then there's basically, but before that, the friend like walks over to the house and he's like, hey, Aiden, how's it going? I thought you were at the hospital, mate.
You can't just leave the hospital, you know, you're still sick.
Yeah, But surely the people at the hospital would be like, oh, it's weird that like the doctor lady thing, just died, killed herself just suddenly in the same room where he is in, and he's gone.
He probably went home. We're not gonna look for him.
Yeah, it's like that. But then it's a quite a big plot hole. But then basically he kills. Well, he makes. We don't really know how. But the guy dies in his car, and then it's like then she gets home and she has this dream. She falls asleep and she has this dream where it's like, you have to kill me, the son.
Yeah, because Aiden told her earlier that the only way that you can escape this girl is when you're asleep.
Yeah. And
so
then
the real Aiden interacts with her while she's asleep.
Yeah. And then basically, she wants to kill him then. So she drugs him, so he falls asleep, and then
she
drowns him. But then something happens because the ghost, the girl, leaves him, and like he wakes up, he's alive. But then it's happy, everything's happy. But then they hear this noise, and the television just turned on, and she's on the television.
The video is on the television.
Oh my god!
And she's coming for them.
But then Rachel, or whatever her name was, is like, don't take my son, take me instead!
All you ever wanted was a mother, leave my son alone!
And then...
and you think it's gonna end, but it's not.
Then she takes her into this well, where she
drowned, apparently.
Yeah, but then she tries to climb out of the well.
Rachel does.
Yeah, Rachel. But then the girl suddenly comes when she's almost up there, and she's really quick. But then oh my god, the girl's gonna take her. Oh my god, what are you gonna do? She escapes from the well. She closes the well, and then she walks away. Everything's happy. But then it turns out she's like in this really weird black and white movie place. And then it turns out that she has to kill herself. But then she does that, and then she wakes up, and basically, I don't know, wibbly wobbly time-wimey, everything's good.
Yeah, then she wake up. But it wasn't all a dream, because Aiden asks where the girl is, and how do you know she's not coming back? Oh, I just do, honey, I just do. And then they hug, and we're sure that the girl is going to appear again, because this had like 7 possible endings. Why would this one be the real one? But it was the real one. And
I thought this movie
it zooms out, and like, the end.
It wasn't scary. I know this is supposed to be like a really scary horror movie. I wasn't scared at any point in this movie. I was bored a lot.
I was bored a lot, and at some points I was like
checking your phone.
I was checking my phone, but at some points I also almost wanted to laugh. Like the scene where the deers are somehow on to the fact that Aiden is possessed, so they're gonna kill him.
Yeah,
and they destroy the car, and there are more and more of them.
Yeah, but he looks so a bit creepy. Like he looks a bit weird.
And he was a really good actor, and so is Naomi Watts.
The acting is really good in this. Well, not in the title sequence, but
they were obviously amateurs.
Yeah. But I didn't enjoy this movie because it was really boring and it wasn't scary. I expected this to be a horror movie. It was a normal movie, and I couldn't really see the horror elements. Well, I could, but it wasn't creepy, scary, spooky, whatever.
I thought the only thing that was actually spooky was the psychiatrist lady.
Yeah.
When she was like, is your mother abusing you?
But then she died.
You can tell me anything. Yeah, but then she died real quick.
She was in it for like 35 seconds or something.
Yeah.
So yeah. It was like, it started to get a bit creepy, but then something really cheesy happened. Then it started to get a tiny bit creepy again, but just before it went creepy, something cheesy happened.
Yeah, and then there was like, it started to get creepy, but it wasn't really creepy. And then it maybe could have been creepy, but it really wasn't. And then there was like this long, non-creepy part, and it just totally spoiled the mood.
I didn't enjoy this movie. I really didn't enjoy it. Overall rating, what would you say out of 10?
1.5.
Only that I didn't like it, but I think 1 is quite low. I mean, 2 maybe. I think I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 2.
Yeah, but that's only because the lead actors were actually really good.
Yeah, and there are some good ideas in there.
What ideas?
Like, I like the fact that the girl was like, she was creepy, if you know. She was weird, and I liked the idea, like the tiny, like if you dig really deep down, you can see some elements of a good ideas, like the girl and him being possessed and stuff. Some of that was good.
Okay, I only like the idea that like your child gets possessed.
Yeah, exactly.
They should have done like they should have skipped a lot of the other stuff,
Yeah.
like that they were running from it and maybe the husband died because of this video, and then they should just focus on the fact that it's really scary to be a single mom with a possessed kid. And then just let the kid do a lot of creepy things and more creepy stuff, and only him, not the deers, and then maybe it would be good.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was very good, and I wouldn't recommend this movie. Maybe if you get scared really easy, you might find this scary.
Or if you like want to, if your friends ask you if you want to watch like a scary movie and you're really not up for watching something that's actually scary, you can just suggest this because it's kind of famous. And I remember when I was like 13, my friends had seen it, and some of them thought it was creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, you might find it creepy. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, yeah, this was almost 2 hours long. It could easily have been 30 minutes.
Easily.
And you wouldn't lose anything. It could easily have been...
It would have been a lot better.
Yeah, it could easily have been 20 minutes, I would say. Maybe not shorter, but 20 minutes. It could have been durable in 20 minutes time, I think.
Yeah, maybe. At least the ending was way too long. There's all this weird symbolism.
Yeah, the ending.
Why did she, like, the adoptive, the woman who adopted the kid after her birth mother tried to drown her, killed herself. And we keep seeing these flashbacks to this sea that she jumps into. Why did Rachel, why did she have to jump from this cliff too in order to wake up in real life and be saved? I don't understand that.
Don't know. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed recording it, but I really didn't enjoy the movie. Don't worry, you'll still be getting loads of Doctor Who videos in a couple of days' time, but today's video is not a Doctor Who video. Tomorrow you'll be getting 2 videos, a Doctor Who video and a Halloween special. And oh, someone just calls me all the time on Skype. But yeah, that's it for me, everyone, and have a nice day, and bye!
Bye, guys!